So you get with this course this entire mind map. It's available to download on this page where you're watching the video. You can download the mind map, you can download XMind, and you can follow along. So, it's pretty much how I do all my courses nowadays. As far as online courses, I usually include a mind map because it's just a great study and review tool, and information is outlined in a certain way. So there's an interesting tip if you are, teaching. You can teach your course based on a mind map, and then you can actually include your mind map, which is what I did. So let's talk a little bit about XMind. We'll actually go over to xmind.net. And XMind has a bunch of different versions. So there is the permanently free version, which you can just go over to download and just download it. It's available for Mac, it's available for PC, and it's available for Linux. And the versions are all the same. It works. I've used it for PC and I've used it for Mac. So you just go ahead and download a free copy, and then install it. And let's talk about some of the upgraded versions that they have and the functionality. So the version that I'm using right now is XMind Pro. It has all this functionality. Now, everything you need to create your mind maps and save them is available in the free version. If you want to be able to export it into Word or PowerPoint, which I don't personally use, but you might find it useful, then you could get the Plus version. You could also export it into PDF. If you could take screenshots of your mind maps and save it as a PDF also. But if you want to use their export to PDF function, then that's available in the Plus. Now, there's a thing they call the Creative Toolbox, which includes things like image gallery, map shot, extract theme, map merge. Map merge is something that you use for collaborating with mind maps, and advanced filtering. I would say to just get started and acclimated with the software, start using this, then you'll automatically start gravitating towards some of the more advanced features. And then, they have the Pro version, which has brainstorming mode, which is interesting because it just gets rid of everything around, like all the toolbars. So you could use it for brainstorming if you're kicking off a project and things like that. There's also presentation mode. And even though I'm doing a presentation with XMind, I'm actually not using the presentation mode. I'm just using ScreenFlow, which is this recording software, and I'm editing it. But the presentation mode allows you to just kind of flow through the mind map that you've created, and just use your keypad to navigate through it as you're explaining it. There's also Gantt view, so if you're into project management and creating timelines and things like that, that's available. And they have this thing called Business Toolbox, which is allows you to encrypt your mind maps with the password. Now, there is this one functionality that you might find useful called audio notes, which will allow you to insert audio notes into your mind map. They have task management and things like that. And then they have like the subscription service, which is $79 per year, which will always allow you to have the latest version of mind map of XMind. And the cons is that you can't use the Pro features after it's expired, so you would have to renew that every year. So find a version that's right for you, but regardless, just get started and download the free version and follow along. And at least you'll be able to open up this mind map and use it as your foundation as you go through this course. Now, XMind's an open source project, so if you're a techie kind of person, you can develop your own little add-ons and things like that. I've also put a link to XMind over there. It's very easy to use, very easy to get started with. So why don't we go ahead and get started and get into module 2, which is how to mind map.